it half an hour late at about
Okay.
9 o'clock. We'll have it about 9 o'clock if it is okay to all of you.
Okay.
It's okay.
Right.
9 o'clock is okay.
Lovely. So today we're going to speak all that about time. Because there are a lot of questions about time. And
Okay.
And you're able to see the screen?
Yeah, we are seeing, ma'am.
Yeah, what I mean is, are you able to see the screen?
No, sister.
No.
Oh, you
Okay.
can see?
Now we can see.
Is it visible? Right, great.
Yeah.
So you may please mute yourself, and we would you enjoy this session. You can just sit back and just listen to the details of the time. Because we all understood that we are travelers. We the souls, we are travelers. And we travelers, we travel in the time, in the cycle of time. For everything there takes time, isn't it? To do a good job or not, to even think about it, it takes time. And it is also said that there is always time for everything. But in today's world, what we listen, no time. Nobody has time, especially for such good things. But if you see somebody who says, oh dear, I have plenty time. You can call me anytime and you can share with me honestly anything. I will not judge you. And I will not think anything on the basis of your sharing. My support is unconditional, and my love and pure feelings for you is unlimited. If you hear something like this, what would you think?
Well, for me, I will feel loved. The person will make me feel special.
True.
But on the other hand, I
Mm.
may look at that if the person has time for me every time, does the person not have something else doing?
Well said. How can anybody have time every time?
Mm-hmm.
One thing, the secret behind, Sister Pavitra, would you like to share anything in this regard?
No, I need to say about if someone says something, then I will be happy. So that feeling makes us
true.
happy. Yeah.
So nice. Brother Leo?
No, I will see that person as a special person, and I will love that. But and they will put me into challenge. Really, is rare. But I will love that person because I know he's always there for me. But it's really it's a difficult thing. Anytime you call somebody is there for you. I can't imagine. I will be trying to know if he's like that for other people. I will try to know what kind of person is that.
Lovely. And do you know, Brother Leo, you are that lovely person. You are that special person. You are that unique person. And Sister Pavitra, you are that person who can make everyone happy. And Sister Esther, you are that special person who is always there for the people who need. So when we feel what we listen makes us so full, why can't we become that? And to become that, we just need to know the secrets of time, the story of the cycle of time. Gently focus on this particular image. It is a very ancient image. in India, which is called as swastik. This image is also visible, and it's discussed about not many years ago when the future teller, fortune teller, Nostradamus, the famous Nostradamus, has used this image. And he said, why this image is hitting my mind again and again. And he drew on the walls this image to understand the secrets. But let me tell you, there's so many secrets in this image that not everyone is able to absorb. In ancient Hindu practices, until now as well, they would use this image for grand opening ceremonies, anything for new beginnings of a business, relationship, or going to school, or starting into anything to start with. Hindus will start with this image. They think that this is the auspicious image which will bring fortune and good luck and everything good. But let me tell you, after using this image as well, there were businesses went into loss, relationships were broken, and many beginnings did not see a long life. Am I right, Sister Pavitra? If
Yes,
you open
sister.
your videos, it will be more enthusiastic to speak with all of you.
Sorry, sister. What did you say?
Now, I just said that if you open your videos, all of you, it'll be more enthusiastic to talk with you than like that directly. Thank you.
Yeah, no. I've turned on my mobile data, so I thought it would be of network issue, so I kind of.
Oh, okay, I understand. If there is network, then you can switch off video and we can, talk.
Yeah, when there is disturbance, then I will turn off my video.
Right,
Otherwise, I'll
right. Sure, thank you. So this
Yeah.
particular image called swastika has much more in it than we just look at it. And so here, the spiritual knowledge explains us more detailedly about its secret and about its effect of knowing about it. It's called a cycle in Indian language, Kal Chakra. Cycles is something which is continuously moving. Cycle is something which is continuously repeating. So in this particular session, you will listen to certain words called Kalpa. Kalpa means 5,000 years. You also listen Yuga. Yuga means one era, that is 1,250 years. As I told you in Indian language, it is called as swastika. Swa means self, stika means state. Now what is self? What is self? Unmute yourself, please.
You mean ourself, self, us?
Yeah, yes. I. Who? What? I. Who?
Self, myself.
Yeah, who are you?
I am a God.
What is self? You are what?
I am a mini God.
How can you be God? After yesterday's lesson, God can never be omnipresent. There are vast difference. In fact, we are nowhere close to him because of his features, because of his nature. Nothing matches as of now. But yes, we can practice and we can become equal to him by bringing that positive change within us. But who are we? I think you didn't do your homework yesterday.
No, yesterday was engaged.
Okay. Brother Leo, what is self? Sister Pavitra.
I'm so sorry, sister. My network is breaking, so I couldn't hear you properly.
Your voice is breaking terribly. Yes.
Ask me again.
Thank you, Sister Esther. Thank you, Sister Esther. Yes. What is self is soul. You were showing the soul, isn't it? Or you just unknowingly changed the videos? Okay. Lovely. Self means soul, ultimately. Now, I cannot ask what is soul, because what is self? Self means I, and people will say me, and then they would continue, and you can keep asking, and finally they will reach a point where they would say soul. After that, you cannot go anything, because there's nothing beyond. It's the soul. And what is stika means state. The state of the soul, how it was. Swastika is time, cycle of time, and time is a journey. So in this journey of the cycle of time, the soul traveled a long distance. And in this long distance traveling, what happened is the soul has experienced many things. The soul has attained many things. The soul has lost many things. So it is all about the story of the journey of the soul in this cycle of time. And so this cycle is eternal. And this cycle is eternal means it is constant, it is identical, it is repetitive. And the cycle, which means one kalpa, one cycle, is 5,000 years. So the good news is, in past cycle or in the last cycle, we all have met like this. We all have seen each other, spoke with each other like this. 5,000 years ago, if you do your meditations, you can recollect that past memory, which is lost memory now. Like the lost kingdom of God. The lost kingdom of, what do you call that? El Dorado or Eden Garden, whatever. So the kingdom is lost because the king has forgotten his own identity, that I am the king and this body is the kingdom. So when you understand the whole cycle is 5,000 years, it is divided into equal portions of one each is called as yuga, and one yuga is 1,250 years, which is equally divided. And so for first half of the cycle, as you can see, we will start always with the right. And that's why this particular hand here is, this arrow mark is right. And right means everything was righteous in this particular piece of time. This is more clear. Golden age, silver age, copper age, and iron age. Golden age means Satyug. Silver age is Treta Yuga, copper age is Dwapar, and iron means Kali. Let's get into the details. Golden age is gold in color because gold only has purity. Silver, copper, iron, or any other metal, even diamond, we don't use this word purity. Am I right? To calculate or to gauge the level of purity in the gold, you keep the gold in a caratometer. And you will come to know it is 999 kdm, how much pure it is. You can measure. That's why this particular age is called golden age, because the people living in this particular era are completely pure. Not even a single trace of impurity existed in the human mind or human vision, human interactions, human actions, human relations. Nowhere there is impurity, even in their food, in their vision, in their action, and even in the 5 elements of the nature. Everywhere it is nothing but purity. That's why this particular land is called as heaven, paradise, or Bahisht in Islam, golden age in Christianity, paradise, heaven is also there, and land of happiness. And in Indian ancient languages, it is called as Swarga, Satya Yuga, Krita Yuga, Swarnima Yuga, Sukhadam. These are the different names which have been given by different religions. Population in the beginning was 900,000 when they came down from, where did they come down? All the souls, because we are listening to the story of the soul in the cycle of time. So where did the souls have come from? Where did the souls have come from? Brother Leo? Unmute yourself, please.
Where souls come from?
Where? Where do the souls come from?
The soul come from the internal being, because it said we all are in that tree. So I
Very
believe they
good.
say
And where is this tree? Up above in the land of light. So everyone, exactly. I'm glad you are able to recollect. All the souls have come from the land of souls. That's from the land of light, supreme abode. And so they entered first into the land of truth, because when they came, they were all very powerful. They were all very pure, complete, perfect. As is the soul, so is the body. And as is the bodily world also is the same way. So at that point of time, in that time, the world was called as land of truth, world of oneness, world of happiness, because everything was so very good and equally available for everyone. It is a world of equality. And the first person who was selected by everyone from heart, was the most attractive person in the whole lot of 900,000. And this one person was elected as a ruler by everyone with a lot of love. There was no competition, because this one person was completely outstanding. Everyone were pure, everyone were complete and perfect, but this one soul was the best in among all those perfect people. And so they call him as Mr. Attractive. In Indian language, it is called as Sri Krishna. He was most elevated. All the souls in this particular land of happiness have the quality which is called as Sato Pradhan. Sato Pradhan means purity is priority. There's nothing but purity. And that's the reason why the quality of the soul is mentioned and praised as 16 celestial degrees full. Well, 16 is not complete. 100 is considered as complete. Why they say 16? Because it's a spiritual number taken from the moon. You know moon? Sun, moon. Moon rises for 15 days. Moon decreases for 15 days. When it decreases for 15 days, it becomes completely dark. One day, it will disappear. There's no moon day in every month. So when there is no moon day, that is totally dark, and after that day, the first day, the moon appears. It is like a small line, very beautiful. And then gradually it grows and becomes complete. So on the 15th day, the moon is complete, but on the 16th day, the moonlight is visible. Complete moonlight is visible only on the 16th day. That's why it is called as 16 celestial degrees full. So all we souls were complete with our all divinity, purity, everything. And that is the reason all the souls were called as deities. They were male and they were female. Put together, everyone are called as deities. They only lived with their powers of purity and divinity. And rest all the powers followed. Royalty, serenity, humility, everything followed. They were responsible for their own responses to different situations and relations, which were again very much pure and divine. They were completely viceless. There is no question of vice. No single trace of vice even in their thoughts. So they belong to Sun dynasty. And such souls lived for over 150 years every birth, each birth. And they take rebirth. And in that rebirth, every birth is more than 150 years. And so they lived. They took 8 births, 8 auspicious births in golden age. They don't have fear of any disease. No sudden deaths were there. No disease, no hunger, no anger, no war, nothing. You all must be thinking, if these things are not there, they must be very bored in their life. No, they lived a very beautiful, royal and happy life. Only people who came later can only imagine and beg for that type of happiness to God. That is what all we did in the path of devotion, isn't it? Begging for such happiness. So the population is still growing because those who entered into the cycle, the 900,000, they were taking rebirth, and also the new souls also were entering all the way from the tree. At every point of time, the souls were entering. In this land, people were very naturally soul conscious. They never thought that they are bodies. They always believed and experienced being soul. And so even the rebirth, or any birth is always from the womb of the mother, but the womb was like a palace. Every child enjoyed the womb of the mother because it was like a palace. Even in the womb, they used to be very happy. Nowadays, womb is a place of punishment. The soul cries, weeps, and begs God, please bring me out. I will listen to whatever you say. I will follow your directions. I will never go against your principles, rules, and regulations. Oh God, I would become your servant. Please help me, remove me from this womb. I can't live here. Because the womb is not only has become impure, but also diseases, plenty diseases in the womb. And nowadays mothers, very carelessly they behave, very irresponsibly they behave. They see anything on the TV while forgetting that there is another being in their body. They see anything, any violence, anything which they are not supposed to get exposed to, because they are able to understand what they are seeing. What about the being which is now in the stage of manufacturing? It is also exposing to that high level intense drama and intense emotions of anger, lust, violence, and everything. That's why there is a special training in India called as Garbha Sanskar, where all pregnant ladies are specially trained with the spiritual knowledge in a different way that they can understand. They're not supposed to see anything that is violent, no emotional dramas, always constant state of peace of mind, always listening to good things, good music, good literature, essential stories. So we need to really take care if we want the baby to be delivered peacefully and to be raised peacefully and to make your child a better citizen of the country. Whatever you give at this manufacturing level, at this developing level in the womb, that is the permanent personality that you are developing. That's why today we have a lot of violent people in the world. It is not their mistake as well. Their parents have contributed a lot to their life to what it is now. But in the golden age, womb is like a palace. People comfortably, peacefully, happily stay there because they don't connect to God. They have so much happiness that they don't need to connect to God. They're so much self-conscious that they don't have any sorrow of the body. Population there raises as the time passes by. And when we reach the end of this golden age, we will have 20 million people from 900,000. And so when the population increases, the quality of the time, quality of the nature, vibrations change. 2 degrees reduced from 16 to 14, and still it is considered as full. 14 celestial degrees, still it is considered as full because the souls are practicing purity here as well. That's why this particular age is called as Silver Age or Treta Yuga. And people are not very attractive here, but they are very beautiful. So here, the most beautiful person is selected as their hero, their king. And the most beautiful is called as Sri Rama. Rama means beautiful. And now these people belong to Moon Dynasty, not Sun Dynasty. They themselves announced that we can never be Sun Dynasty because my father was very powerful, and a child will say, I'm not that powerful, so I choose to be Moon Dynasty because my inner power is reduced for 2 degrees. Because they have this knowledge of soul, so they are very honest about experiencing the inner power. So these people cannot call themselves as deities because deities are 16 degrees full. They said we are warriors, which means little bit struggle, little bit battle started within. Am I the body? Am I the soul? This is the first battle. This battle gradually came out in action. That is, they started looking at people, not with soul conscious vision or attitude. They started looking at people's body and started comparing with each other and started changing the language. The total language only has changed of the humanity. That is, they said, oh my God, how is your body is more beautiful than my body? And it's all about body, body, body. The vision totally got changed and the focus from the soul has shifted to body. And that's why the births have increased. That is 12 births. One birth, each birth will be certainly not 150. When you are soul conscious, your age will increase. But when we became body consciousness, age will decrease, number of births will increase. What is body consciousness is to practice all the vices, that is ego, anger, greed, attachment, lust, and fear. And there started devotion here. At the end of this particular era, devotion started. And so these silver-aged people who used to be very proud of being Moon Dynasty, at the end of this era, they said we can never call ourselves of even being Moon Dynasty. No more Sun Dynasty people, no more Moon Dynasty people. They became ordinary human beings. And so these ordinary human beings started calling themselves as Hindus because they became worshippers. Earlier, there was no worship, they were worship worthy, and gradually they became worshippers. They started recollecting about their own past glory. And so they started creating images of their past existence, Krishna, Rama. They started creating images and they started worshipping their own past images, which were complete and perfect. Population continues still because these 900,000 became 20 million, and the 20 million also took rebirth, and also the souls from up above has descended onto earth. And certainly the population will increase. That by the end of the Silver Age, there were 330 millions of souls. So when population increases, energy level, vibrations change. And so the change has made Silver Age into Copper Age. Copper, Dwapar. Dwapar means duality. Copper means copper sometimes looks like gold, but even the cold weather, cold breezes can make stains on the copper. In this Copper Age, the souls in the beginning had 12 degrees. When they were passing through different births, they became low, less, and they became 9 degrees. When souls degraded from 14 degrees, they can never belong to any dynasty anymore. There was no religion, no dynasty anymore. And the first one was called as the most ancient, elevated religion of deities. After that, religion means that which you follow religiously, which you practice religiously is called as religion. So deities practiced divinity and purity very much, completely 100% religiously. That's why it is called as original eternal deity religion. Then the qualities in the mind and body has decreased so much that they call themselves as Rajo. Rajo means rusting. Rusting begin in copper. When the rusting has become severe and serious by the end of this Copper Age, it is called as Rajo Pradhan. And souls in this particular age could not call themselves as deities, and they cannot even call themselves as warriors, because all the war is finished and now they became totally, their consciousness is now grounded into body. And so they forgot totally about soul consciousness, and they were only functioning with the bodily identity in total body consciousness. So they call themselves as merchants, because merchant means business people. The first business ever happened in the mankind is to allure God to take what they want, to fulfill the desires of the human beings. They started having great deals with God. Oh God, I will lit the candles in front of you. Please give me this, give me that. I will break coconuts. I will come to pilgrimage. I will do donation on your name. And they started increasing, and the list is spreading very wide. And slowly the business has started. When you see so much things are changing and the quality is dropping, then certainly number of births will increase, because the age is decreasing. Because there is no purity, the age is decreasing. Impurity means less span of life. There came sannyas dharma. Sannyas people are those who renounce all the household and who practice the purity seriously. And in this sannyas dharma, the first one who came, he explained about God is one and he is in everyone. And after that, another sannyas has come and who said, well, God is one, but he is in me as well. The other one said, he added some more about God. And so the time passed by, everyone started adding something or other to the concept of God. And now the concept of God is the most widely spoken and most diluted. In this Copper Age, all the souls became impure. The impurity continued. And then came the last time, moments of the cycle, that is Kali Yuga. Kali means war, battle, fighting, change of opinions, non-acceptance of opinions. This particular era started with 9 degrees, and the souls went on and became 0 degree. When you know that the degrees are decreasing, then we know that the births will increase because the age is dropping at a very higher rate. Just 100 years or less than 100 years. There is no religion, there is no dynasty in this particular age. Everyone is like an untouchable, very sensitive, touch me not. Untouchability means ability of being untouched and not able to touch God, because that is not able to touch the light. Whether it is inner light or supreme light, both the souls are deprived of these two lights. Then they are not called as pure. Sato Pradhan, Sato, that is in the form of moon dynasty, they were all ordinarily pure. Rajo Pradhan is rusted, and now it is Tamo, which means impure. In the beginning, impurity also was just ordinary, minimal. And later the impurity increased so much that it became extreme impurity. As we said, priority to purity, extreme purity. Here it is extreme impurity, totally opposite. And this land is full of diseases, confusions, frustrations, tensions, etc. And this place is certainly overpopulated. When we come to the end of this particular age, where we see that everything is going on haywire, overpopulation, unrighteousness, irreligiousness, all of these things, then what happens is we get disinterest towards this world. So much crime, so much sorrow, this world is not worth living. So, oh God, I am not worth of this type of land. Please take me home. Take me home and guide me into the land of happiness where I can really experience peace and happiness. It's a song in Indian language. And so, when we call to him, he, the Father, listens to our call and he comes to meet us. When he comes to meet us, it is called as Diamond Age. This is also called as leap yuga, leap era, a short period of time. After the 4, after the 3, the 4th one is always little bit extension it will be. So the time is extended for us to make an effort to become what we are originally. It is also called as a time of Gita episode. It is also called as the age of confluence in Bible. And it is mostly 100 years. And in this time, God, the Lord of evils, will come and remove the evils from the souls, and he will purify all the impure souls. And then we all will return home and then come into the new age. That is again golden age. This is the cycle. And this is the story of the souls. Thank you for listening. Do you have any questions? Do you have any question?
No question.
Great. Then I will ask questions. See? Okay, you have seen 4 different quality of time in the cycle. If when you are going now, when you return to the Supreme Abode, and if Father says, child, you have to now come into the cycle, which part of the cycle would you like to come in?
The
Which
first.
part of you're too much. Oh. Always too much greed is no good. Brother Leo? Yes, Brother Leo?
I would like diamond age.
Ah, you like diamond age. Wonderful. Lovely. Okay, let's check one thing here. There's one thing I want you to look into. How many total maximum births? 84 births maximum. 1 birth is minimum. Okay, please listen. Soon we are closing. 84 births are maximum and 1 birth is minimum. So let's find out where are the 84 births. In golden age, how many births we have taken? Did you make a note?
Yes, I have.
How many?
Beds. How many beds?
Yes, how many births?
It was 8 beds.
Excellent. 8 plus, how many births in Silver Age? How many births in Silver Age?
I think it's 12.
12.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So 8 plus 12 is 20. How many births in Copper Age?
12 birds. 12.
Very good. Yes, you're right. 21 births.
Sure.
So which is 41. B. Then what about Iron Age?
21.
Iron Age is 42. Yeah. So total is 83. So where is the 1 birth missing? Where is the 1 birth missing? $84 births maximum, isn't it? That 1 birth is, as Brother Leo rightly mentioned in the beginning, that is Diamond Age or Age of Confluence. Confluence means a meeting point. A meeting point between the Iron and the Golden Age is called as confluence. This is the one. Presently, we are all in this particular age. Those who have understood the secrets of time, they are in this age. But let me tell you, this age is also part of the Iron Age. It's not exclusive. As some people during the journey are in transit in an airport, we are in a transit. We cannot go into the old world because we have understood we are souls, and by forgetting this fact, we can never behave like with body consciousness. After knowing the knowledge, the life before, the consciousness that we had before can never be practiced now, isn't it? Am I right?
Yeah.
Now you know the secrets. Anger is worst. Lust is the enemy. No matter what, you know the truth. That's why you cannot get into the old belief systems or old world, and you cannot enter into the golden age, which is the new world, which hasn't yet come now. So where are we? We are in the transit. We are in the airport. with our passport, getting ready, visa, everything ready, waiting for our turn in the flight to go to Golden Age. The passport to enter into Golden Age is self-realization. The visa is God realization. So last birth is 84th birth. Now, if you get a choice and if it is asked, my dear, which particular age you want to enter, and you all have already chosen Golden Age. You know what it means? To go to Golden Age is not to, like going into auntie's house. We have to make an effort now. As is your thoughts, so is your destination. Your final thoughts will lead you to your destination. So if my final thought has to be very pure, I need to have a long time practice of creating pure thoughts. We have understood the incorporeal Lord or the God of the gods is Shiva. So it is Shiva Baba only who has given this knowledge to us. That child, you are in your last birth. This is the end of the Iron Age. It's time to prepare to return. Some people only do the preparation to return. Some people do the preparation to return and to come back in Golden Age. Some people are not at all prepared for anything. Meditation helps us to prepare. Not only to go to Supreme Abode, but also to come into land of happiness or land of truth. That's also called as land of truth. Heaven. Like you study MBBS and then you become a doctor and you start practicing, isn't it? As a doctor. So this also is a study. In this study, there is practicals and theory as well. This particular knowledge is a knowledge for the future. So we are now preparing internally by emerging our inner consciousness, inner peace, inner power, purity, love, everything. So as we mostly exercise ourselves and be in that soul conscious stage, as much as possible, so much we are going to receive and become deity in the future. So this the ambition of this particular study is to become a deity in the heaven. And so preparations has the study and the exams, everything is here only. You just have to, after all the exams, then you will be judged and transformed, and you will enter into heaven. And in heaven, when you enter, you will not look the way you're looking now. You look much more graceful, much more attractive, much more bright, and much more beautiful. With all the studded jewelries, which are not at all painful to you. And you will be equal to God, complete and perfect, richest, highest, holiest existence on the earth. Thank you so much for listening to this session. If you have any doubts, you may please ask.
Thank you so much, sister. It was very lovely. And I understood a lot. And I'm sorry for not turning on my video because my connectivity here is poor.
No, now at least you are audible. We are happy for that. There's no audio disturbance.
Yeah.
So what do you understand from the whole session? How do you connect to this session? Because any knowledge, if you don't connect and relate yourself, has no meaning in our life.
Yes, that's why I turned off my video. So that I can listen.
Good, your voice is still breaking. You may please write in the chat box about how you connect and relate to this.
Your voice is breaking and I couldn't hear you.
It is a beautiful tune. I cannot understand anything because net fluctuation is too much. We cannot figure out what exactly you are speaking. You can please type. That would be more good to, and it will help us to connect to you. Sister Esther.
Yeah, you mean today's session, or do you?
Yes, today.
Yeah, what I've learned is that at the initial stage, everything was okay, everything was pure, and but as time went on, people became impure in their thoughts. So the second stage talked about people were no more attractive. I mean, people were not attractive, but they were beautiful. So there was comparison, and the impurity increased. But now, we said now we are in the era of conference. And what the thing that I really like is now is when you said children are formed from their mother's womb. That is why we have high level of problem among children now. I shouldn't use the word problem, but in the world generally, because most behavior were formed from the mother's womb through exposure to impure things. So we didn't have this understanding. We didn't have this understanding when we were giving birth. So I would have loved this knowledge to go to people, because it's really affecting the society.
Esther, I really appreciate. And as I shared with you, if you have a group of pregnant ladies, we can have a session with all of them. And I'm available, yes. No problem. I have plenty time.
But yeah, I don't even understand. This is our own side of the world. We are so skeptical about other people's religion. If it were to be Christianity now, this session, this training, it will have been large. It will have been more. But I don't know. Maybe because I don't know. Because the knowledge we have,
this particular knowledge is for those people who want to go beyond and connect to the ultimate truth. Because no religion is ultimate. When the religions took birth, they were also very pure. But gradually time passed, and now religions have become irreligious in many of their practices. We will discuss more details about all of them, maybe after 2 days. For now, it is all about the time. Because it's this time, it's nobody's mistake. It is now iron age, it is time to close, it's time to return. You can't expand when you have to come into essence. If you are still dwelling in expansion, then your return will be very painful, because you will get very less time to wind up. So it's time to return and start winding up. Come to an essence. Take a retreat from everything and make time to spend with your creator as much as possible. Be in that depth, be in that space of purity in your own self, and always celebrate this meeting with Almighty Baba. The more we are meeting him, the more there is a lot of benefit for us in the future in every action. We are accumulating future for 21 births. Whatever actions that we perform now, we are accumulating for 21 births, because we are coming into heaven for sure. And in heaven, 8 plus in Silver Age, 12, 20. And now this birth is also first 21 births put together. Because
that 21 birth, is it?
That one birth is now.
21 births.
Yes, ma'am. This is the new birth This is the birth now that you are enjoying, and this birth is very auspicious. See, this particular birth, already you have lived how much? 30, 40 years. Now you took a new spiritual birth, because this awareness shall give you a new vision for a new beginning. And so there's so much newness is added in your practices, in the daily routine as well. Your consciousness, the way you see things, the way you understand and perceive things. Now there will be certainly a bit of change will be there. You will not see everybody the way it is, or it used to be. Now you will have a spiritual vision towards everyone, that everyone is a point of light and not the body. This shift will help us to enjoy this new birth. So congratulations and happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you.
The small children, you know, they always love their birthday song. And after first birthday, the only video that they're happily seeing is their own birthday video. Isn't it? And the only song is happy birthday. Any day, every day, whenever the mother is feeding, it is happy birthday song for them. And they're so happy. Now we are those spiritual babies to always, we have to recollect these moments of realization. This is a new birth which is happening. You are in the womb of a spiritual mother and father. And gradually you're developing, and you will take a complete form of a divine deity. Today's homework is kindly create a thought. First day was, I am a peaceful soul. Second day is, my home is a land of peace. Third is, my father is an ocean of peace. Fourth is, I am a king of this kingdom of peace, kingdom of body of peace. And the fifth one is, my religion is peace. You can even substitute peace with purity and love. But practice with peace initially, and then you can continue with other virtues as well. And today's, you can add, I am a traveler who is now in the return journey in the cycle of time. You have to create this thought for 21 times. I'm very strict teacher. Please do your homeworks well. I am a traveler.
Sure, sister.
Yeah.
Who is now in the return journey in the cycle of time.
Thank you, dear. Lovely. So with this consciousness that we are in the return journey in the cycle of time, keep your intellect in that unlimited space. And you will enjoy. If you do this whole day, by evening, you will be treasured with so many experiences, and you will feel so light and so happy. And as if you have gifted yourself something very auspicious. Take care. Have a great time. Tomorrow, 9 p.m., 9 a.m., Lagos time, we will meet. Om Shanti.
Thank you so much, Sister Shanti.
Thank you, Ji. Good day, Sister Gift. Nice to have you. Have a nice day.
Thank you.